Good morning, Chasm listeners. Today is Saturday, October 9th, 2021, and this is your weekly conservation report. My name is Tessa Zee, a conservation planner at the Stearns County Soil and Water Conservation District. I hope you all have had a great harvest so far and that you finish out strong. The beginning of fall has been super busy so far, wrapping up cost share programs and certifying management practices at the end of the year. Today I wanted to highlight a relatively new conservation practice that we've been seeing some new interest about. That practice is silvopasture. Silvopasture essentially it means managing your grazing land and your forest land at the same time, whether that would be thinning existing forest and grazing cattle in there or planting new trees in your existing pastures. The word silvopasture has gained traction recently, but people have been doing this management practice for hundreds of years. I believe the reason why it's gained traction recently is because people are seeing their environmental benefits, how it can help with livestock performance and increase your forage production and your grazing season overall. And since it's become more popular in the last few years, we've gotten to see a lot of articles and studies come out about the challenges of designing the system and how it's been working for people. From a conservation standpoint, if you have forest land that is not currently being grazed and want to improve the grasses that are growing between the trees, thinning mature trees to increase the canopy, and then planting new trees and pasture grasses underneath would be a great way to start. I recently read an agroforestry article that concluded that grass and legume forages can perform equally as well in a silvopasture system as an open pasture system, as long as the root competition between the other species of plants remain minimal. And as I said before, opening up the canopy of a forested area could accomplish this. Some landowners recently that have been interested in this practice have started by fencing in the forested area and doing brush management to remove any undesirable or invasive species. The main culprit of this, of course, in our area being buckthorn. It's a lot of work, but being able to get rid of buckthorn in an entire wooded area is a great starting point to be able to establish those new species of plants. Next is the thinning of the trees. A forester can assist with which trees to remove and which ones to keep. They go by species and also age of the tree, as well as any damaged trees. Then you can decide, based on your goals, what new trees you would like to plant inside. How the Soil and Water Conservation Office can help is help to decide what pasture grasses and forages you would want to plant between the trees. After the system is set up, we would recommend incorporating the forested area into your rotational grazing management system. This could include further sectioning off the forested area into smaller sections and rotating your livestock around, or only allowing your animals in the pasture and forest at specific times for specific periods of time. The purpose of the rotational and prescribed grazing within this system would be, just like in a normal pasture system, to maintain forage heights and never let the livestock graze the pasture down too low. Overall, I could see the scenario being setting up the system in the first year, followed by implementing the management system in the next years after that. Silvopasture has definitely become popular more north of us, where they have so much more forested area, but I have had many landowners interested recently. So I would hope at the next year or so we'd have a few of these installed so we could have some examples to show. A silvopasture system is definitely something that could be implemented through our Environmental Quality Incentives program through NRCS, the EQIP program. We are currently taking EQIP applications, rolling applications through this fall. We have not received a deadline yet for applications, so if you're interested in the EQIP program, please give our office a call at 320-251-7800 extension 3 and speak to a conservation planner about signing an application. This could be for a project like silvopasture or for any other conservation practice. We would be happy to assist you in anything that you would want to accomplish for your goals of your operation and any resource concerns you may have. This has been your weekly conservation report. Have a great rest of your weekend. Thanks!